For a long time, I thought something was wrong with me because I actually really enjoy being by myself. Hey good people, welcome back to the channel. My name is Salome. If you are new, I'm so happy to have you. If you are returning, welcome back. I am a homebody, and that's just what it is. I love being at home. I love my alone time. I love being by myself. I enjoy my own company. I love not having anybody else around. Some people call it antisocial, some people call it introverted. But I am just simply me, and that is what I enjoy. I remember for so long, I felt like I just had to have people around me, had to always be in a relationship. If I was in one and coming out of it, I was immediately on to the next one, and he was now in the picture. I could never not be by myself. And then all of a sudden, the relationships just stopped. I had nobody else lined up. And now I had to be by myself. And I was almost fiending like I was on a drug. I was like, oh my God, I do not know how to be by myself. This is dangerous. This is not good. And it was about 2 or 3 more years before I got into another relationship. We're not going to even get too much into that, child, because honestly, I wasn't even supposed to be in that relationship. God was really trying to teach me how to be by myself, how to be happy alone, how to enjoy my own company, how to thrive by myself, how to learn by myself, how to grow by myself, how to do all these things by myself. I'm not just referring to romantic relationships either, but also friendships and work relationships, all of the different ships that we have. I have been living by myself. Well, I had a roommate because, rent is just ignorantly high in New York. So I would say I have been living away from home for quite some time now, with no family that I know or super close friends right nearby. And I have been enjoying myself. I feel as though I have mastered being by myself now. But don't get me wrong. Sometimes I'm like, God, what is happening? What is happening in my life right now? So I began to ask myself, what could I be doing while I am in this waiting period? I am perfectly okay with being alone. I laugh at myself, I talk to myself, I cry with myself, I worship by myself, I do so many things by myself. And so many people don't understand that. So many people don't understand why. When I get off work, I'm sprinting to that door. Everybody knows I'm going home. I'm not hanging out. She's not going to a bar. She's not going to the club. She's not going anywhere but to the house. Because now it is time for me time. I have to have me time. I crave me time. Now, every now and then I will hang out, but most of the times we're going to the house. I crave being able to go home, take a bath, get under my clean sheets and rub my feet together and watch a good movie or watch The Office. How many Office fans do I have? Because I love that doggone show. Oh my God. Michael, please. Stop this room 5 minutes. People, it's okay to be happy by yourself. It's okay to go out to eat by yourself. It's okay to go to the movies by yourself. I'm telling you, friends will come. Relationships will come. These things will come. But learn how to be happy with yourself so that when these people begin to come into your life, you're not dependent on them for your happiness and to validate you. Get in the mirror and validate who you are. You don't need to be dependent on people to validate you. Make you happy. Make you feel good. You want to be able to do this yourself because people change. Feelings alter by the second. Learn how to happily be by yourself. When you can sit down with yourself, you start realizing something. You're actually never really alone. You begin to learn who you are when nobody else is around. You learn what you like, what you don't like, what brings you peace, what drains you. And when you finally get comfortable in that space, that's when the right people can come into your life, because now you're not looking for people to complete you. You're looking for people who simply add to the piece you already have. And trust me, that is a very different type of relationship. So, if you're in a season where you feel like you're by yourself, maybe it's not punishment. Maybe it's preparation. Maybe God is teaching you how to stand on your own 2 feet, how to hear your own thoughts, how to trust your own decisions, and how to truly know yourself. Because once you learn how to be happy alone, you will never settle for anything that disturbs your peace again. And that right there is a powerful place to be. So you're someone who's learning how to enjoy your company, or maybe you're in that uncomfortable stage where you're still figuring it out. Just know you're not weird. You're not antisocial. You're growing, and sometimes growth requires solitude. If you are interested, the scripture for today's video is down in the description box. Also, if you are loving this video thus far, please give this video a like so that we can get it out to as many people as possible. Also, if you enjoy content like this and want to see more, please consider subscribing as well so that I know, so I can keep getting that content out for y'all. All right, let's get back to the video. So now that we have fed our minds, our hearts, and our spirits, let's go feed us now. Let's go. If you've ever heard of the Toscano soup at Olive Garden, that's what I'm gonna be cooking for my meal for this week to just have around. Yeah, it might not be exactly like it. I'm just doing the bare basics to make this thing good, hearty, healthy, nutritious, full of fiber, and just absolutely delicious. All the way out. I use garlic a lot, but what irritates me about garlic, because I use it so much, is that I always have to peel it. So what I ended up doing, I put this on a previous video before, but what I ended up doing was I went and got a huge thing of garlic at Costco, and I put it in my food processor, and I put it in a Ziploc bag, and I just flattened it out, and I just go in and I just break a piece off. And so I've had this for a minute now, and I'm finally at the bottom, and I just keep it in the freezer so it don't go bad, and I just break a piece off. So it's just so much easier. I get fresh garlic, and I don't have to go through all of the yada 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 to be able to get fresh garlic. Because especially like when I'm making pasta, like when I'm making Alfredo or something like that, that's supposed to be quick and easy, but it irks me when I have to sit here and peel the garlic, and it's so tedious. But anyway, so that's what I do with my garlic, and it just saves you some time. We're boiling now, and we're just gonna add in the potatoes. So these are about done. I'm able to comfortably cut through it without much force. So like I said, you don't want it to be mushy, but just enough to, like, if I wanted to actually bite through it right now, I could, and still give it room to have some more heat on it and it not mush later on. All right, so I'm gonna turn this all the way down because those are done. Next, what we're gonna do is add in kale. We'll add our kale in. This is gonna be the volume for the food. So we're not gonna, I don't want to depend on the potatoes or the meat. I want a bite of meat and potato in every bite that I have, but I want I want to make sure I'm getting my fiber in, my veggies in. You know? So yeah. That green is just so pretty. So pretty. Now, I should have sauteed these onions along with the garlic and the butter. And the butter, but I did not. But that's fine, because this still needs to simmer for a while, so it'll all break down. And y'all, excuse my voice, I'm over here choking. But I got it in this heat right here. So, and it's also, I have it in this cast iron pot. So that thing gonna cook. The heat gonna be in there for a minute. I don't like to add too much, because just in case, if people in my household, everybody's salt tolerance is a little different. So I don't like to add too much salt to it. Still give leeway for people to add if they want to. I forgot to turn the camera on when I recorded it the first time, but I cooked my meat. That was the very first thing. So all that grease and goodness that comes out of Italian sausage when you cook it, it's already in there. So now this is gonna be the last thing I do. I'm gonna add my Italian sausage in there. Y'all have to see how this looks. Hold on. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Yes. I'm going to add just a splash of heavy cream to this. Just a splash. I guess 2 splashes. And so y'all, that is it. I'm gonna cut the stove off because it was on low anyway. I'm gonna fully cut it off. I'm gonna cover this up, and I'm just gonna push it to the back of the stove, get it off of the hot eye. That's hot. And I'm just gonna let it simmer for the rest of the night. And before I go to bed, I'll put it in the refrigerator. I like to cook this soup, and then I like to let it sit for like a day or two, just to let all the juices and all the flavoring really just like marinate together. It'd be so good, y'all. It'd be so good for the first day versus like the third day. So good. If I could be just a little bit of light in your day on today, that means absolutely everything to me. I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.